Hello guys, welcome back to the universe of Tech Hub. Today in this class, let's talk about the queue. A queue is a data structure that follows the first in, first out principle. First, we need to understand what is queue. A queue is a linear data structure. A single dimensional array may be used to generate a queue, which is a special form of data structure. A queues are used to organize the data in sequential order. Sequential means a linear order. The construction of a queue data structures may be accomplished in a very simple manner by making use of arrays. Build a one-dimensional array with a size that has been established in advance and then insert or delete the items from that array by using the FIFO method. FIFO means the first in first out principle with the help of variables front and rear. Queue is used in the wide range of algorithms. Queues are helpful for organizing tools that may be used. The primary distinction between the breadth first search algorithms and second one is the depth first search algorithms. An array or linked list may be used to implement the queue. Next one is this is the implementation of the queue. The front end called as a DQ and rear end called as NQ. In NQ, we need to insert the element in NQ. We need to remove the element from the DQ. Next one is type of the queue. There are four types of queue. First one is simple queue, then double-ended queue, and next one is priority queue. Next one is circular queue. First, we need to understand what is simple queue. This is the diagram shows the simple queue. Just imagine a line of people is waiting to get into a popular concert. When a new person arrives, they go to the end of the line. This is enqueuing. As the people are let into the concert, they are taken from the front of the line. This is dequeuing method. The person who arrived first in, first one to get. This is all about the simple queue. This is called a front end. This is called as a rear end. The insertion is take place in rear end. The deletion is take place in front end. This is all about simple queue. Hope you guys understand. Double-ended queue. In double-ended queue, for example, if a VIP guest arrives late, they can quickly add it to the front of the line. If someone at the back of the line decides to leave, they can simply walk away. This is the example of double-ended queue. A double-ended queue is a DQ. Allows the allows you to add or remove the items from both ends. In this double-ended queue, we need to add and delete the elements from both ends, front end and rear end also. Next one is priority queue. For example, in a hospital emergency room, the patients with more severe condition, uh, higher priority, are treated before those with less urgent issues. This is the example for priority queue. It works on based on priority, high priority or low priority, like that. In computer science, tasks in a scheduling system might be prioritized based on the deadlines, like a to-do list. In to-do list, we mention the prioritization, high prioritization, and low prioritization, like that. Next, the next one is circular queue. This is how circular queue is look like. Imagine a round about where cars can enter and exit at various points. Instead of straight line, cars can keep circulating until they find their exit. So many of them watching. The cars will round up until at find the way. This is the example for circular queue. In a circular queue, when the end of the queue is reached, it loops back to the front. This is all about the circular queue. Next, we need to know about the operations of queue. In there are four operations in queue: NQ, DQ, and P is empty. NQ means to insert a element into the queue. The act of adding anything to a queue is referred to as enqueuing, and the name enqueue comes directly from the word itself. Next one is dequeue. Dequeue means delete or remove the element from queue. To displace the element of to delete the element from the queue. Dequeuing is the process of removing an item from queue. It is the process of removing the item from the queue using the dequeue function. This action is referred to as the deletion of an item from the queue. The next one is display function also. To display the elements of the queue, we employ a few auxiliary operations such as is full and is empty to verify whether or not the queue has any items in the queue or not. The next one is peek. It shows the top element in the queue. This is all about the operations of queue. Next, we move on to the applications of queue. In generally, queues are used for the holding of calls in call center systems until a service representative. The holding of calls in a call center systems until a service representative available. This is the example of queue. And another one is BFS and DFS algorithm, and also example for printers. These are also examples of queue. Transport the information, go through the packets in networks. This is also application for queue. The main difference between the queue and the stack is that the modification may happen at either end. Inserts can be made at one end. Deletes can be made at other end. Got it right? It makes the queue somewhat more complicated than this stack. This is all about the applications of stack. In queue, data structures can be implemented in two ways. They are as arrays, and another one is linked list. If an array is used in the construction of queue, then the queue is able to arrange a limited number of items at one time. This is because an array is a sequential data structure. Why array is arrange a limited number of data items? Because it is a sequential data structure. When a queue is built, assistance of a linked list, the resulting of a queue has capability of arranging a unlimited number of items in a sequential order. Next, we move on to the visualization of queue. This is the visualization of queue. This is the visualization of queue. How queue looks like. First, I need to insert 10 or enqueue the 10. It stores in front. Then 20, 30, and 40, then 50. This is how elements are arranged in the queue. Now queue contain a 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 elements. We will explore a simple implementation of a queue using a Python programming language. This is one of the simple implementation of queue. This is one of the some basic operations of queue. Just like simple implementation using a Python programming language. First, we need to define a class called as a queue. The init method is used to we will explore a simple implementation of queue using a Python programming language. First, we need to define a class, taking a self as a parameter, create a empty queue. Then we need to create a enqueue method. This method's taken an element as a parameter, adds element to the queue. This line adds the element to the queue. After adding the element, we print a message. The element enqueue to the queue. Next, we need to define display method, taking a self as a parameter. In this line, we print the current status of the queue. Next, we give the input as NQ10, NQ20, NQ30, NQ40, NQ50, and then display. This is all about the NQ method. Next one is DQ method. First, before we going to the DQ method, to show how to DQ the elements, you will see how elements are DQ from queue. This is all about the DQ operation. Next, we going to move on DQ method, taking a self as a parameter. Before going to the DQ method, taking a self as a parameter. In the DQ method, removes the element from the queue. Before doing, it checks if the queue is empty by calling self dot is empty. If the queue is empty, it returns a message. Queue is empty. Otherwise, it returns or removes the element from the queue or popping from the queue. This is all about the queue method. In the queue method, we need to check is empty. Is empty means the method checks if the queue is empty by returning a true. If the length of the queue is 0, and false otherwise. This method checks the length of the queue. We need to move on to the peek method. The peek method allows us to view the top element of the queue. Again, it checks if the queue is empty before attempting to access the top element. In the queue checks, the element is present in the queue or not using isEmpty method. If queue is not empty, it returns a queue is empty. Otherwise, it returns a peek element of the queue. Then we need to print a DQ and also print a peek element in queue. Then display the element. The peek element is 20 because we DQ the element 10. Then display, it consists of, I can run and show 10 is NQ into the queue, 20 is NQ into the queue, 30 is NQ into the queue, 40 is NQ into the queue, 50 is NQ into the queue. Queue is consists of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. DQ the element is 10. DQ the element 10. The peek element is 20. The queue consists of 20, 30, 40 and 50. This is all about the queue implementation using Python programming language. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe, like and share and comment in this video.